Hi guys, my name is Chris and you're watching Wrestling Today. So let's start with WWE held one of its biggest shows of the year at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana Saturday, February 1st, 2025, and it was a hugely noteworthy edition of the Royal Rumble. We got a surprise winner in the main event, big returns, crazy spots, and a whole lot more. If you missed any, find out with this recap. The first match, Women's Royal Rumble. Sky and Liv Morgan kicked off the show. Flair returned to WWE Saturday night and is back on the road to WrestleMania 41 after winning the second Royal Rumble match of her career. The Queen marked her first match back in over a year with a monumental victory that cashed her return to the biggest stage in professional wrestling after missing last year's contest due to injury. The outcome was never really in question, especially after Jax eliminated 6 stars at once, including some of the top contenders in Morgan, Sky, and Belair. Still, that did not adversely affect one of the better Women's Rumble matches in recent memory. There was still a bit too much downtime at points and a few instances where there were too many women in the match just wandering around and hitting people. Still, there were several stories intertwined here. Pure Fusion Collective dominated until their elimination at the hands of tag team champions Belair and Naomi. Jax continued her unstoppable path of rage in the Rumble with 7 eliminations. Dupree and Niall renewed their rivalry. Niven accidentally eliminated Green to create tension between them, and Bayley and Perez squared off as part of their NXT feud. There were those surprise returns that define the Rumble as much as anything, including those from Bliss and Bella, as well as the first appearance of Grace as a member of the WWE roster. Flair's win seemingly sets her up for a battle with Tiffany Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship, but a rematch with Rhea Ripley in an attempt to avenge her loss to the Eradicator 2 years ago at WrestleMania 39 should not be out of the equation. Flair won, last eliminated Perez. The second match was best 2 out of 3 falls match, Motor City Machine Guns vs DIY. DIY retained the WWE Tag Team Championship in Indianapolis but immediately discovered that thanks to Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, their reign is anything but safe. The Street Profits interfered late, and Dawkins blasted Alex Shelley with a crutch, setting up Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano's meet in the middle finish. After the match, as the champions celebrated their victory, they received similar treatment as Dawkins and Ford took turns blasting them with the crutch. The match itself was good but never reached greatness befitting the talent involved. Some of that can be attributed to a crowd that was never invested in the story and was still exhausted after a long opening bout. The introduction of the Street Profits creates a 3-way rivalry over the titles that could easily run to WrestleMania, where they settle things in a triple threat match. Whether the feud has enough juice to last into mid-April is the question. Result: DIY defeated Motor City Machine Guns. The third match, ladder match for the Undisputed WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes vs Kevin Owens. Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens waged war on each other Saturday night, not only for the most prestigious title in the company but also with the intent of ending their intensely personal rivalry. They did, with the American Nightmare outlasting the prizefighter and driving him through a ladder with an Alabama slam to put an exclamation point on the battle. This was a brutal match that saw several high risks taken by both men. They took incredible damage on the unforgiving ladders in and around the squared circle, taking high-impact bumps. For Owens, it was another example of his willingness to put his body on the line to entertain fans and tell a story. For Rhodes, it was a much-needed descent into ruthless aggression that proved he is more than just the smiling, goody-two-shoes face of the company. It toughened Rhodes up and added a new element to his story in that it begs the question: has the pressure of being champion and the exhaustion of being the face of professional wrestling in 2025 pushed him into a darker part of himself than we have ever seen? Regardless, he is poised to enter WrestleMania 41 in a position he has never been, the defending WWE Champion. On the heels of an early Match of the Year candidate. Result: Rhodes defeated Owens. The final match, Men's Royal Rumble match. Rey Mysterio, Penta, Chad Gable, Carmelo Hayes, Santos Escobar, Otis, Braun Breaker, Akira, attacked by Hayes, replaced by YouTuber iShow Speed Sheamus, Jimmy Andrade, Jacob Fatu, Ludwig Kaiser, The Miz, Joe Hendry, Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre, Finn Nakamura, AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, John Cena, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Dominic Mysterio, Sami Zayn, Damian Priest, LA Knight, Logan Paul. The talk surrounding this year's Royal Rumble centered on the star-studded lineup of former world champions and future Hall of Famers. It is not surprising, then, that it was those stars, and Paul, who dominated the closing moments of this year's main event. Late in the match, Punk eliminated Rollins and Reigns, igniting a rage in the Visionary that saw him unload on the Tribal Chief with a double stomp and another on the steel steps. That ended all three superstars' nights, leaving Cena, Jay, and Paul to compete for a trip to WrestleMania 41. With Paul eliminated in short order, Cena delivered a 5-knuckle shuffle, but Jay evaded elimination. Jay then escaped an attitude adjustment attempt and sent the veteran off the apron into the floor, winning the match and cashing his ticket to the main event of the Showcase of the Immortals. Among all of the conversations about the undeniable star power was the sense of unpredictability, which WWE delivered, but not with the usual suspects. Jay was on no one's radar to win this match and head to WrestleMania, where he will likely challenge Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Between the star power at the end, the opening two featuring Mysterio and Penta, Gable's continued struggles with luchadors, Fatu's dominance, the harmless fun of Breakker destroying a YouTuber, the Hendry cameo, and the continuation of the Rollins-Punk-Reigns story, you had a great Rumble match and an unforgettable surprise victor. Result: Jay won, last eliminating Cena. Thanks guys for watching and please subscribe.